Many scientists believe that the universe, in its majesty, will one day reach an apex and begin to rapidly shrink, recede, and fall in on itself back to a single origin point of pure energy and of pure nothing. Now, as the most important and central thing in the universe, it only stands to reason that the career of James Stephanie Sterling would follow that same trajectory. And it's with that in mind, I want to offer my most heartfelt congratulations to Steph on their latest subscriber milestone. Subscriber milestones are an incredible achievement for anyone, but so few have the talent, the skill, the tenacity, and the sheer raw power to achieve the same milestones twice. And I know I stand with the entire Jimquisition community when I offer Steph the best of luck on their spiralling, plummetous journey back down to that zero. And know, Steph, that with every subscriber lost, with every day of audience member shrinkage, your power condenses back down to that single, unfathomable point of energy. And on the day that happens, on the day you hit that zero, you will ascend to your final form, and the universe will know its place and fear you. They will all fear you. Thank God for you. Thank God. Thank you.
Here's a TV that looks like an apple.
Oh, joy of joys, it's that time again. It's time to celebrate another milestone of loss. Not lost.jpg. It feels like only yesterday that we were celebrating our sub count dipping below 900,000, but here we are, another 100k in the hole, and I am delighted, excited to talk to you all about it, along with some special celebrity well wishes. So please, sit down, get comfy, shut the fuck up, and enjoy.
Hello! I just wanted to say massive congratulations for finally getting below 800,000 subscribers on YouTube, something that so few people have managed to achieve. I mean, like, loads of people have less than 800,000 subscribers, like the vast majority of people on the site. I mean, people who had far more subscribers getting down to that level, that's rare. Look, you know what I mean. Congratulations. It's been a hard slog, but ultimately, I think it's been worth it. I wanted to finish this by bringing in a bit of 90s Godzilla movie tat, but all I've got is an action figure of Hank Azaria that looks more like John Krasinski, and I don't know where it is, so I drew this picture of a Boglin instead.
They said it couldn't be done. They said I couldn't lose another 100,000 subscribers as part of a sub-bleed that started on literally the same day I publicly came out as trans femme. Well, I mean, they did say I could lose more. In fact, a lot of them have been gleefully looking forward to it. But anyway, here we are, the under 800,000 subscriber special, a truly momentous milestone that by this point must surely take us into phenomena territory, right? I thought I must be in line for a medal once I reached an impending 10-year anniversary of publishing a weekly YouTube show every week, without fail, for 10 whole years, but steadily losing 1,000 to 2,000 subscribers a week almost consistently since January 2021? Where's my world record? Why aren't I in a book? I get a trophy for this, right? When you break it down, phenomena truly is the word for it. I should get a goddamn parade for this shit! There's many things I've accomplished in my time as a media critic, many trails I blazed. I was at the forefront of the loot box debate. I've coined terms that entered the public lexicon. Points of argument I first put forth are cited in discussions to this day. Five Nights at Freddy's was essentially my fault, and I'm sorry for that. I invented the word chungus! God, I really should have trademarked that shit before Warner Brothers started milking it to bloody death for profit. Anyway, as I was saying, I've done a lot in my long career, but my nadir may very well be the pinnacle.
Congratulations to Stephanie Sterling for finally losing enough subscribers to get under 800,000. Hell yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't have done it without help, of course, from the beloved unsubscribers who took us to this moment. And really, who can say when this train finally derails? It's been going strong, and ultimately, I don't know why the people who have obsessively stalked me ever since I came out haven't taken credit for it. In fact, they seem genuinely offended at the suggestion. I gave the praise where the praise was due. The consistent pattern of sub-losses per episode literally started the very day I came out, as I showed last time. And yet, people were offended when, on our last sub-special, I theorised that maybe, just maybe, my coming out in front of a crowd of mostly gamers might have been related to that crowd slowly fucking off. I mean, the gamer bros who are attracted to videos saying EA bad every week don't exactly have a track record of positive attitudes towards trans visibility, be it a trans person in games media or a trans character in a video game itself. Yet, even while someone is misgendering you in their protests, should you say they're a transphobe, they'll become incredibly insulted. This is because, as any one of us with this experience can tell you, the accusation of transphobia is treated as more offensive than the actual transphobia.
Hi Stephanie, it's your good friend Simon Miller here, the bald a-hole, and I just wanted to say congratulations on being under 800,000 subs. Nobody could have done it like you. I knew you could do it. I'm so proud of you, and I have no doubt that soon you'll be under 700, 600, 500 until you get to that magical 0 figure. So my friend, keep smashing it, keep being you, keep believing, keep kicking all the ass, and I'll be by your side every step of the way.
It's considered quite taboo to suggest the video game community has a queerphobia problem, despite the years of harassment of LGBTQ+ people and the angry tantrums over games being too political by daring to include a trans character. I mean, I don't know what other conclusion can be drawn when, say, I wrote the Vampire Survivors bestiary which indicated that playable character Giovanna was trans, and within an hour of its launch a mod had been created and distributed that removed the bestiary entry and replaced it with transphobic trolling instead. Yet, after claiming Vampire Survivors of all things had gotten too political over the most minor of LGBTQ+ inclusion, the suggestion that any of these people have a problem with gender identity angers them almost as much as seeing someone's pronouns listed in their Twitter bio. Honestly though, these people revel in hurling slurs from behind burner accounts all day. I have no idea why they wouldn't want to take credit for this. For the past 2 years I've been accused of coming out for the good of my career. It's a common thing trans people are accused of all the time, despite stats showing how regularly they get fired from their jobs after coming out and how hard it is to find work otherwise. You'd think then that there'd be a celebration over my transition essentially costing me the entire viability of my own YouTube channel. Like I said on the previous special, what a hell of an own fucking goal that is. Frankly, I consider that a freebie for anybody who wants to laugh at the transes, but of course, this is just my personal assessment. You're free to have your own opinion, and boy, have you let me know.
Congratulations to Stephanie for getting down to 800,000 subscribers. I've been watching them for a really long time, and I thought, wow, that's way too many subscribers for them. They're getting a really big head. They need less so that they'll respond to my DMs. So here's to 800,000 more subscribers left to go. I will not rest until that number is at 0.
What's so great about the spectacle of all this is that anybody with a vested interest can spin it to suit whatever story they want. Whenever I do anything someone doesn't like, they very commonly retort with, "This is the real reason you're losing subscribers." By my count, there are about half a dozen of these real reasons, each one tailor-made to be about whatever it is some chuds on Twitter took umbrage with. In the time since the last subscriber special, many people have offered their wisdom as to the reason for this phenomenon, and it is a phenomenon that makes me very special and unique. We've established this. Many have argued against my own personal take with counterpoints of their own. Some say the quality of the show has gone down, and in all honesty, if they think that, that's fair. Look, I'm not saying everybody who unsubs is doing it because they're a twat. I'm talking very specifically about the clockwork pattern of 1 to 2,000 losses that started the day I came out. There are gonna be other reasons, and all of them subjective. The reason I'm putting forth has a literal, exact day and date. A few people have said they stopped watching because the many episodes we had to do about workplace abuse in 2021 were distressing. Then again, some people have said the abuse stories were annoying and took the fun out of their buying games, and frankly, I think that's more an indictment on gamers than on me. Of course, the old standby is still the most common. I'm too political now. Talk about capitalism too much. I've been accused of being too political since about 2019, long before the subs dropped, and it's always been hilarious considering that this show by its very concept inevitably has to cover political issues. It was always pretty anti-capitalist as well. The problem only occurred when I dared to actually say the C word. Now, far be it from me to hammer a point home, something I've never done before, but it is interesting to consider that the same people calling this show too political these days are the same people that think Vampire Survivors is too political. Almost as if the aggressively apolitical do have politics. They're just really shitty ones. He's turning trans. His work has been suffering from it. When he started wearing makeup and going on about being non-binary, I had to unsub, it just got too much. He rocked up in a wig and makeup, and I haven't watched one of his videos since. I guess I'm a massive transphobe. Oh well, yeah, you are. What else have we got? He's always been a degenerate, open about sexual encounters with men. He's gone in full mental breakdown mode and trans trending. I'd support if he was genuine, but it's rather late in the game now when everyone was coming out 5 years ago. The lipstick, I couldn't click on the thumbnails anymore after that and finally unsubbed one day. Once I saw dudes starting to wear lipstick and shit, I got out of there. Yep, I noped the fuck out of their turd wearing lipstick. I stopped watching him once he started dressing as a girl, it's just too weird for me. Yep, definitely around the time he started dressing as a woman. I'm not a 10 by any stretch, but he doesn't have the look. Nor do I identify like that. Just as much as some try to push that on people, I don't agree with all that and stay in my lane. He's more annoying now. So that's a selection of fun comments that my partner Phoenix looked for me and sent along like the loving husband they are. It would be negligent of me to not point to another reason people have given in having a mental breakdown, that I've gone insane. It's not true, is it? Tell them. See? A common question is, why is the phenomenon still occurring? If I came out nearly 2 years ago, surely all the phobes would have fucked off. Good point. There are potential reasons. YouTube's algorithm doesn't push my videos and very few people get notifications about them. In fact, almost every week I get new comments from long-time viewers who say shit like, "What happened to you, man? Why are you dressed like a woman, dude?" They always think the dude shit is so fucking funny. Besides which, regular watchers may have noted that, partly for my own sanity and partly to make a point, I've actually focused on lighter topics the past year. More on stuff people have said they wanted to see a return to, like publishers being shits. In fact, I've made a conscious effort to return to an older rota of topics, and while the episodes have had a lot of positive response, the subdrop continues with almost mechanical efficiency. No matter the content, no matter the subject, the phenomenon remains the same. It's completely independent of those things. Basically, the question about why people are still leaving can be applied to all the reasons other people have given. Why is it still happening? If it's because it got political, why is it still happening? It's been known for about fucking 5 years that the show's political. All I know is this, there's only one constant now that I've returned to very well received older style content, one thing that stayed the same for the past 2 years. Well, they've not so much stayed the same as gotten bigger. Thank God for estrogen.
Hey, Commander Sterling, just sending you a note of congratulations for losing enough subs to be under 800,000. So, good job, keep up the good work, and let's keep losing subs because people suck.
Now look, we've all had a lot of fun today, but I'm not going to pretend the situation isn't a shame. I could act like I ain't even mad, or like seeing so many people leave with bizarre clockwork regularity isn't affecting. Of course it is. But you know, after 2 years of it, I've made peace. Trolls love pointing out the losses and genuinely celebrate the milestones because they're creepy and peculiar. But it's become too normal to hurt like it did. It just is what it is. Even before the great unsubbening, I was talking in episodes about what a dead-end YouTube was. This channel as a business asset is basically shithouse. It's just the place I put the show now. Since it's useless for reaching audiences, I focused more on my writing, returning to written reviews, and that's been rewarding. Of course, getting to write content for Vampire Survivors is amazing. And then there is, of course, my wrestling, which has seen me become a shockingly popular babyface in the British wrestling scene. Point is, YouTube is not where I'm ever gonna succeed again. I know that. While it's fine as a host for this show, YouTube on its own just isn't all that useful to me. Not as a long-term career thing. And on that note, like last time, I've got to thank the many people who continue to support my work through Patreon, that the core audience has never gone away, that they continue to believe in the work we do here is what's most important. I can still publish this show every week without ad revenue, without sponsorships, without paywalling content. Without that support, I'd have thrown in the towel. I'd have had to. Or at the very least start hawking Raid fucking Shadow Legends, at which point I'd have no credibility. I've had to transition in an industry and on a platform that's notably hostile to trans people for 2 years now. Physically changing in front of an audience week by week, weathering a ton of awful bullshit from the people who never wanted to see it. It's been really hard to go so publicly through something so personal. And I can say this, I've stood by it. No matter how much people want to claim I'm an entirely different person who mourned the old Jim Sterling, I stuck to my principles, produced the content I wanted without compromise, just like I always have, and I'm proud of that. Last time I used the asinine accusation that I transitioned for career purposes to discuss how hard things are for us. In the time since then, shit's gotten so much worse. Last time was before trans panic became pushed not just daily by tabloids but on TV constantly. It was before the groomer libel, the claims that queer people are all trying to fuck kids, became a popular activity in the mainstream. It was before the UK government made plans to rewrite the Human Rights Act to specifically exclude trans people, and US legislators introduced over 150 anti-trans bills that ban us from public spaces, turn transition into a felony, and give adults the right to inspect children's genitals at school to root out the trans ones. And they call us the groomers. This was before the Tories started decreeing that all trans women be put in men's prisons, knowing full well what will happen. Some of their supporters are even looking forward to it. Basically, we've regressed to a really terrifying degree.
Commander, it's me, your favourite wrestler, Benji. The landed gentry, me and Zeo Knox have heard the good news, we've heard the great news. You have lost another 100,000 subscribers. You see, these 100,000 subscribers, they're good people, they're great people, they're smart people. They're just like me, they can't stand your guts. But if you want one tip, if you want one little bit of advice from me, Benji, well, I'll give you it here. Why don't you allow me and Zeo to take over your channel? You see, if you want that money, if you want that ad revenue, you know who to look to. The money makers, Zeo Knox and Benji. You know it makes sense.
None of us are transitioning because we casually choose to. It's not a bit, it's not a goof, it's not a career move, it's who we are. And despite the setbacks, the fear and the cost, I'm proud of me, of us. And I'm still happy. Happier than I ever was before. Happier than the person I'm told is missed. The hopeless person who didn't take care of themselves, who let themselves be exploited and abused by others, who had given up on being happy and was just filling time until they died. You mourn me as if I've died, when I feel more alive than ever. That used to be weird to me, but I've been trans for a while now and I got used to it. It's just how we're treated.
Hi, Steph and Steph's followers. Pardon the sound quality here. Exhausted. Just got out of the shower after taking a dip in the City River, the Boston City River, Charles River, following some of Steph's advice from about 8 years ago, where Steph advised me to become the River City Goblin, to dip my body in the brown River City and pounce on passersby screaming goblin justice and attacking them with a knapsack full of frozen soda cans in order to make the city a safer place and up my profile. So after swimming in the river and trying to pounce on people for about 25 minutes, my body starts to itch and my underwear, because of course I was wearing only underwear, starts to turn brown and I need to get washed quickly. So I went to a local YMCA in order to wash my body before it corroded. So it's a little noisy here in the YMCA shower room, and you may see shower people. Oh, look at that. Not bad. You may see some showerers in the background, but the reason I'm making this video is to congratulate Steph for finally getting under 800,000 subscribers. As you lose subscribers, it is not unlike washing the bacteria, the rust, the muck from the river, from your body. We all are flowing through the river of life, and along the way you're going to pick up all sorts of things, some good, some bad, but losing things, cleaning yourself, getting your subscriber list cleansed, as you will, of unwanted chaff, and I feel like I can say that now that the chaff is gone, is sometimes a good thing. You lead a more wholesome, full life with the people who really get you. And that's kind of the process of moving forward in our careers. Now you're a wrestler, and now you have less subscribers. You still have tons of patrons though, so the cheddar cheese is coming in, and all the better for moving forward without the chaff. So congratulations. Bye, chaff.
Ashens doesn't have any Godzilla figures. Yeah, I've got a Trendmasters 1991 Alien Hunter Bendy figure. So that's worthless. Anyway, there you have it. Another 100k down. Can't wait until the next special. Some fans of J.K. Rowling, by the way, and just twats in general, were really celebrating the fact that the Hogwarts episode, the episode that explained how Hogwarts Legacy helps a transphobic fascist, a lot of people were celebrating that that was the video that finally knocked me down. I'm pretty proud of that. In fact, considering the subject matter, I think it's pretty fucking appropriate that video was the one. I didn't want to do 2 episodes in a row focused on trans stuff, but you know what? I think it worked out quite nicely. Speaking of working out quite nicely, we'll have another video next week. Thank God for me. You know, we really could have done with like more glitz and glam. It was a little last minute. I'd have liked some cavorting clowns, maybe. That would have been nice.
What makes you think we didn't get cavorting clowns?
It's hello, come on, big starface. Hello, there. I've been told on the thing. I've been told that you lose 100 subscribers. Oh, really good job. I gotta do some pie tricks to make you feel. Oh. Ah. Oh. Yeah. Ha! Hey, over. Hey, ha! Smoking. Time to put on makeup. It's time to run the light. It's time to get Victoria on the map and all the right. It's time to play a movie. It's time to run the light. It's time to get Victoria on the map and all the right.
So, what are you doing?
Well, you see, I don't know what Commander Sterling, rejoice. And a lot about the fastest jam, so I was say, good.
Oh, I see.
Ha ha!
Congratulations, Commander Sterling, for losing yet another 100,000 subscribers. All the love from us here at the FreaKshow.